everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this card. So this is a 5x7 version of the triple panel gatefold card that I did on a live stream a week or so ago. And so you would have seen this card already on my In Love Art Shop craft tool video, because I used, these are In Love Art Shop dies, these are actually Coca Rosa Studio dies, and then on the inside here we also have another In Love Art Shop die. These papers here are my papers, and they are from the Pastel Posies digital pack. These papers here are actually from my stash, and then I've just used gold Miri that I've embossed on the side there. But yeah, so if you do like these dies, this and a Happy Easter, then make sure to go over to In Love Art Shop and use my code ICEDImages, all in one word, and that will get you 20% off. If you like these little honeycomb alphabet dies, I think they're still available. They're available on cocarosastudio.com, and if you use my code ICED20, all in one word, that will get you 20% off as well. And obviously head over to Etsy to have a look at my digital pack. Everything's listed in the description below. But yeah, that's the card we're going to do today. So today I'm going to be using papers from my Hey Baby pack. So I've just taken the little, this was a little embellishment you can cut out, so I've just mounted it up, and the same with the New Baby, that's also in the pack, and then the papers are also from the New Baby pack. So let's start with the actual card base itself. You need to start off with a base card that is 7x10, and you're going to score 2.5 inches from top to bottom and 7.5 inches from top to bottom. And then if you bring a ruler in, and you're going to place the ruler so that it is 2 inches down, so roughly, so I've got a little ruler here, so there's 2 inches. And then if you lay your ruler across like that, this was actually a tip that was recommended to me from one of my viewers, so I'm really pleased about that because it makes life a lot easier. And then we're going to score at 4 inches and 6 inches until you get to the ruler, so like that. And then what we need to do then is, if we turn our card around so that what was at the top is now at the bottom, and we're going to put this time at 3 inches. Okay, so you're going to put it so that it's lining up with the 3-inch mark here, and then again we're going to score at 4 inches and at 6 inches. So this section in the middle should be about 2 inches high. Right, so now what we want to do is we just turn this round along this first score line here. We're just going to make a mark at 2 inches and at 4 inches, so at 2 and at 4, and then again along this last score line there, again at 2 inches and at 4 inches, like that. And then we are going to we're going to cut a line. You can draw if you want to. We're going to cut between the first score line and the second score line, then leave a gap, and then from that score line to that score line. So it's literally the same as what we did for the 6x6, except for obviously we're just doing different measurements on this one. So that's the first cuts done, and then we're going to do the same again on these other marks. Okay, so then you should end up with a kind of like a cross shape. So then what we're going to do is just come down here, and I'm going to do it just slightly in, only ever so slightly in from that score line. So there will be a little bit of a gap between this and like the next line, as it were. And the reason why I'm doing that is just because I've discovered that otherwise it can kind of catch. So when you close up your card, it can catch on that score line, and then it will kind of bend your card back, especially if you've got a thinner card like I'm using here. So I'm just going to do that like that. And then what we're going to do is take our card, and we're going to fold this along here, and as you will see there, you have that bit sticking out, which is fine because we're going to cut that off in a minute. But it just means that then when we come to actually fold it, you know, properly, like fold it up, just put it in the envelope, it's not going to catch. So now with it closed like that, we're just going to take our Stanley knife and we're just going to trim that bit off. But you just need to make sure you don't trim any of your actual fold line off, because otherwise you're going to make that hole a bit bigger. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same over here. So then when you open this up, can you see you've got a little bit of a gap there either side. Mine's not the evenest of gaps, but anyway, it's fine. Once you've got all the papers in, you're not really going to notice it too much. Then what to do is fold these back. So these are valley folds. The next two middle folds are going to be mountain folds. You might find that your score lines aren't quite lined up properly, so you just have to make sure it, you know, level along the bottom when you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this last one off. Right, so you should end up with that. So obviously this, for me, this really makes a very good Easter card. If you wanted to, you could make this crossbar piece a little bit lower, so it's halfway. Right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start decorating. So we need, in total, we're going to need 4 pieces of matte card that are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, and on top of that you're going to need 4 pieces of pattern paper that is 2 inches by 6 1/2. Now I've used these 2 patterns for the inside, and then I've got the stripe which is going to be on the outside. So that on the outside of these same panels. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick these 2 down and stick these 2 down. Okay, so you should end up with that. So you've got that on the inside and then this on the front here. If your gatefold like don't meet up completely, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry too much about that. It's really not that much of a problem. So then on the inside piece here, if you want to cut this whole section out as one, you can. I haven't done that. You could cut it out as one piece, like I did for the 6x6. So you can cut this as one and then do these 2 separately. But for this one, I thought we're going to have this piece here on like that, and then we will have the sides like that. So that's the way I've done it on this one. But obviously you could do it however you want to do it. So for these pieces here, you have one matte piece that is 1 3/4 by 6 3/4, and one pattern piece that's 1 1/2 by 6 1/2. And then these 2 pieces here are matte pieces are 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and the pattern is 1 by 1 1/2. Okay, so that's what you need for those. You also need the same again for here and here. So in total you're going to need 4 pieces of that size and 4 pieces of pattern. So there's my other 2 there. So I've got 4 in total. So they're going to go on there like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick these pieces here and those pieces there. Right, so I've stuck those down. We just need to finish off with these 2. So these 2 pieces, you've got 2 pieces of mat that are 1 1/4 by 2 3/4, and 2 pieces of pattern that are 1 inch by 2 1/2. So these are just going to go on here like that. So I'm going to be using this embellishment, which I mentioned was from my kit, and I just found a yellow doily. I've got quite a few doilies, so I just thought it might look quite nice in there just to soften it a little bit. So I'm going to stick that on there, and then have my little hippo on top of that there. And then I've got another one here, and I'm going to put the new baby one on top of that, and then that's going to go on half of the front doors. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this one down. So there's the baby thing on the inside, and then if we just close this up here, I'm going to stick this new baby onto that doily, and then that is going to stick on 1/2 of the gatefold. Right, so I've decided to use these glossy amber mix pearls, and these were actually from Lucy's shop, but unfortunately she's since closed her shop down, which I'm very sad about because I used to love her. I mean, all of the ones you can see here pretty much are hers. In fact, yeah, they all are. They are all from her shop, and I really loved her mixes. But anyway, sadly she is closed down now, so I'm going to use those. Anyway, I'm going to put them on, just a little sprinkle just going through the front of the card. Okay, so there we have the finished card. Now I've done it quite plain on the front, probably could have done a bit more, but it's fine. And then you open it up and you have your lovely little sentiment, and it stands up nicely on your desk like that. Be careful I don't knock the gems. And then it folds down flat to fit in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So there you go. So that's the card for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go and check out my Etsy shop for the new baby papers and the other paper packs that are on there. Don't forget to also go over to In Love Art Shop, use my code Iced Images, all in one word, to get 20% off, and also Coco Rosa Studio and use my code Iced20 to get yourself 20% off. So yeah, so there you go for today. So please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!